Photography used to be simple, just me, my camera, and the world. No pressure, no numbers, just the pure joy of capturing moments. But then, social media came along, and everything changed. The chase for likes, the obsession with engagement, it slowly took over. But here's the truth, social media is not photography. And today, I want to tell you why. When I first started street photography back in 2014, social media wasn't even on my radar. I remember waking up, going to work and eagerly waiting for the afternoon to arrive so I could get my little Nikon D3200 and go out to shoot. Back then, photography was pure. I was completely immersed in the process, enjoying every moment of it. Looking back, my photos weren't that great, but the experience, it was the best thing in the world. As time passed, I started wanting more from my photography. More knowledge, better photos, and a deeper creative vision. Naturally, I turned to the internet for inspiration. I was already following a few YouTubers, mostly gear reviews, but I hadn't stepped into the world of social media yet. I had an Instagram account, but I barely used it. Instead, I stumbled upon Flickr. I spent countless of hours scrolling through breathtaking images, amazed by the talent out there. Then I would look back at my own photos and then, whoa, they would look nothing like that. And just like that, somewhere between 2015 and 2016, I had my first shock. My first realization of how little I actually knew. It was also my first taste with imposter syndrome, the feeling that I had just stepped into a world filled with people far more skilled than me. Seeking inspiration is great, but when you start chasing numbers on social media, that's when things take a turn. At first, Flickr for me was all about learning and discovery, but soon I found myself obsessed with growth, likes, followers, and engagement. My focus shifted from being a better photographer to becoming a better user of the platform. I eventually managed to grow my page to about 10,000 followers, but then I lost interest. The reason? One cold night of 2016, a friend showed me that I can do the exact same thing on Instagram, and the chase for numbers started all over again. At first, it was fun, trends were booming, and trying to recreate or put my own spin on them was an interesting challenge. But I started questioning my motivations. Was I making these photos because I wanted to, or because it was trending? It was a mix of both, I guess, and I did enjoy it. But the anxiety set in. I started worrying about how my photos would perform. I stressed about engagement, I kept chasing numbers, and for years, that was my focus. Some of my photos did really well, getting thousands of likes and so many shares. This fueled me, but at least this time, I started leaning towards my own style rather than following trends. And that's when I started getting hints of my Framed by the Light project. But then, as it happens with social media, my engagement dropped again. The numbers were not adding up. Was it my photos? Was I losing my touch? The anxiety returned. I convinced myself I needed to figure it out, crack the code, find the secret formula. I kept posting and eventually another photo took off. The engagement spiked again, but soon enough, it dropped once more, and that's when I realized something important. There was only one way to escape this exhausting cycle. I gave up on Instagram the first time. Then somewhere in 2020, TikTok came in my life. And then Reels, another shot in virality. I thought, everyone was going viral. Why not me? After a few tries, one of my TikTok videos exploded. Tens of thousands of views poured in. Followers flooded my account. This must be it, I thought. I kept posting and kept growing. More videos went viral. But then, as expected, the algorithm changed. My views tanked. And no matter what I was doing, I couldn't get the views back. Then came Instagram Reels. I jumped in. Another video popped off. Tens of thousands of views. And then another and another. Meanwhile, my long-form videos on YouTube barely got 500. How? Because for the most part, it had nothing to do with me. Algorithms changed, strategies shifted, things beyond my control dictated my reach. And just like before, the viral moment stopped, the growth stalled, and finally, I took an important step back. And that's when it hit me. I will never grow as a photographer if I keep connecting my photography to my social media growth. I don't love social media. I love photography. Photography has been with me through everything, the good and bad, during my travels and when I had to stay at home. Social media, it is just a tool, a way to share, but it is not my photography. My photography is an expression of myself, and that has nothing to do with likes, reach, or algorithms. Instagram doesn't define my art. I do. My photography only needs to get one like. Mine. That realization changed everything. I started using social media differently. Now I post because I want to. If I have a photo which I love and I feel like it, I share it. I don't obsess over engagement. I don't care how many people Instagram decides to show it to. My page is my collection. It is a reflection of me. Whether others like it or not, it doesn't change its value. When I post reels or shots, I don't do it for the numbers. I don't get them anymore anyway. It's only to create an archive of moments that led to the photos I love, or to share a piece of knowledge that I find interesting and it might inspire someone else. My videos don't get many views, and that's okay, because the views they do get are from my people, the people who connect with my journey and find something in it that pushes them to create. Social media should be a tool for communication and inspiration, not a source of anxiety, not a numbers game. That's why I've decided to dedicate most of my time to YouTube, because here I feel I can connect with people and communicate my craft, my passion, and my creative vision in a deeper, more meaningful way. Not to chase likes, not to chase engagement, but to connect with all of you. So let's post what we want, when we want. Let's talk to each other through our art. Let's share what truly matters to us, regardless of whether an algorithm favors it or not. Our art is the most beautiful expression of ourselves. So let's put more beauty and more inspiration into the world. We all need it. That's all for today, guys. If you like the video, it's up to you. If you want to like, share, comment or subscribe, no worries if you don't. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I will see you on the streets. Bye bye.